Shalom, it's Sophie Katz. Hey, shalom, it's Sophie Katz. Ooh, let me swoop this back. Ciao. Let's go ahead and do it. I really been wanting to do a. This is gonna be for Sun, Moon, and Rising, North Node, and Venus, and also your Jupiter if you are looking for a message in that area, how to spend your life, etc., etc. So I'm going to do a quick ESPN with your color astrology. I've been in the mood for colors, but this is right here, bottom of the deck, yellow. So we got personal power being here. September 3rd could be a very significant date. But personal power is going to be how you harness, okay? How you harness that personal energy, okay? That personal power is going to be what God gave you to come down here and use. Not abuse, but use, okay? But also exercise the extent at which you can abuse. So a lot of people will be feeling like, oh, God took this away from me because of this. No, you have to exercise the extent at what they want you to use it, okay? There is a B, so meaning the A point and the B point. The letter B is similar to the letter Z, okay? So always remember that. A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, okay? I. So that's 9. So we're going J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay? So that's at number 2. So just remember that, okay? You guys can go look up the Pythagorean. No, I think it might be the Pythagorean. No, it might be the Pythagorean. But it's that numerology form, okay? So do that with that, so you may have that on that, okay? So that's your personal power, but remember the letter B is equivalent to the letter Z. So basically A, B, how much you can, like, from the basically that 1 to 26, okay? 8 is the form of wisdom. So you're learning the first wisdom for your power and then the second wisdom of your power, okay? But do not let someone else manipulate you into seeing the Z before you get to the other letters, okay? So that's just like a little analogy that I have for personal power, but also within, your own personal right, gifts, etc., okay? And then we have that 1 and 1, stability and security, okay? So that it can be January 1st, which is, the number of, the only card in the deck, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's King of Spades or Clubs, but you guys can go look that up, new birth card, January 1st or something like that, okay? But that one-on-one energy is that stability that you want to have with the gift that's going to have you going long-term with your power, being able to use your power, make sure your chakras are aligned, how you get to that balance and harmony. And then we go into security for, I don't know why at that moment they want me to use it, but Aloe is good for protection. So security, a form of protection. How you want to be protected, what use of protection you want to use, etc., but also what forms of things that you can combat abuse in, okay? Like abuse, like of the power. So it's like, what are your disciplines? What have you been told spiritually to discipline yourself in? Like, for example, one of my gifts, like, I know to grab more. Like, so when I was doing my self-love rituals, back when I had like low self-esteem, I never had low self-esteem. I may have not been as confident, but I've always been, at some degree had an air of arrogance that was very high value of myself. So I always thought highly of myself, but I maybe not felt highly of myself. So there's a difference. I've always known I was high value. Like, I've always thought highly of myself, but I may have not, because my grandma used to always say words of life. So I never thought of myself like as not valuable. But like the security that you have with yourself has to come from those things that stop you from even thinking just the minimum. Like thinking, I can think highly of myself, but do I act highly of myself? So that's the security of assuring that those thoughts are consistently like do 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 do. Okay, and even if sometimes even if the combat that you have with yourself, or the act that you have with yourself with finding that security within your personal gifts, your personal power, etc., is being measured by how much you act and how much stability you have with that act towards the stability, okay? So the security is standing here, but you got to go stability, and like what is making this go as it go up together, okay? So that's that for your emotional, that's that emotional strength, but that emotional encouragement that you have with yourself, okay? So then we have this, forgiveness, 13-4. So you guys can be looking at the 14th of March or just 14-3. a 13-4 for your days. Okay, so forgiveness with your spiritual. So that spiritual, like we said, this may have been like this, but that don't mean it was. That don't mean this wasn't. You know what I mean? Just because this was like, we can go through here. It's like, oh, I gotta kind of go over here and fill all over here. You know, we forget about the back of the hand or the front of the hand, whichever ones you are focusing on. You can focus on the front. This is the, I don't know which one is the front of the hand. This is the front of the hand, right? And then we got this is the back of the hand. So just because you were, you know, hanging out with the back, was the front always beautiful, or was the front so beautiful that the back was okay? This is also by going and look up your palmistry. You know, this is the life map of who you are. This is the forgiveness of, you know, your past life, your lifetime, because you know you have shorter lines, longer lines. That will tell you, like, you know, your elements, especially your lifeline, your heart line. It tell you, you know, your love, karma, etc., etc. So you got to think about this form of forgiveness here. So it's like, okay, how many people have I touched hands with? How many people have I slapped hands with? How many people have I shook up with, etc., etc.? And have these hands been for my stability and security? Okay. So then we have the physical. We have the 14-4 connected. So now we have this connected energy to your physical life. Okay. So now again, who have you touched? Who have you praised? Who have you wanted to praise? Who have you always loved? And who have you always found, you know, displeasure in, while you were seeking those, you know, because, you know, have you been like, that song was here on my mind earlier. Back then it didn't want me, now I'm hot, now you don't want me. That type of energy. But who has always been, you know, like really encouraging you silently, but also really been encouraging you, with a prophetic tongue for you. Okay. There's some people who just listen to people talk, you know, because not everybody needs to eliminate everybody in their life, that they're connected to. Some people need to be connected to your bad source so they can filter it. Okay, it's like, I need to know you so I can hear what you said about my girl or what you said about my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to be like, I have to filter this for you. You know, because that means their prophetic tongue is like, just because they don't speak back does not mean that their tongue is not holding that for them. Like, you know, because you still have that thought that's being trained to send to your tongue that you can speak on, but you choose not to. So that mind to the tongue is also very, very key. Okay. So then we have a lot of green here. And then we have compassion, 12-4. So again, one of those cards came back up again. You guys can go watch the meditation on my Instagram, Selfie Tarot. Okay, so we have connected 12-4. That could be to December 4th. But that compassion is going to be really, really, really encouraging for your green, your heart chakra. But also all this green being here is going to let you know either people have green eyes for you or they are really helping you work on your heart chakra. Okay, so that's that mental energy. But that's also just having compassion with the mind. So it's like, I know that you're not saying this because you're upset. I know you're not saying this because you're mad. I know you're not saying this because you hate her. I know you're not saying this because it's because you are holding your tongue for areas in your life that does not need to speak on someone else's life. Okay, so keep that in mind, keep that in time, and how you plan on being divine. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to your crystal meditation, and then we can do a general and then another ESPM using another deck. Okay, you guys want to check me? Okay, so we got expression. You guys want to tap into your love life really quick? Let's do that. They kind of call me. I got the love message, the love stone here. Let me go get another one. Looks like I got my suit and tie. Suit and tie. All right, we got attraction. You may attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Look at you. Stopping and smelling the roses. 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 I was called to wear red today. I'm wearing red all week. So we have unrequited love. So this is your feminine side. We have pay attention to the red flags. I thought it was a carnival. You guys ever seen that meme when he was like, it was like, people be like, why pay attention to the red flags? And they were like, nah, I can't do that. So I thought it was a carnival. So it could be fun. It could be an experience that you have to have. But also just a form of veiling yourself and going back to that security energy. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So just know so. And then the signs are cautioning you, okay? That's the caution. Like, be cautious. Please be cautious, okay? And then we have, it is safe for you to love. This is their masculine side. And stay optimistic about your love life. So you on the feminine side is going to be, I feel like this is a form of evaluation of your past, okay? Evaluation of all the love that you have experienced, all the connections that you have made, all of the serious inquiries that you have had, and also what's the word? That word is the fickle. We can use fickle, but I want to use feeble. I think that's the word. But all the fickle love offers you have been given. You're like, but it's like, what were they? Why weren't they as strong? Why weren't they as? I was talking to this with myself today when I was filming some other content, and I was just like, maybe because they knew that they didn't have this large offering to offer me, that they wouldn't be adequate to present this to me. They wouldn't feel adequate to present this to me. Like, I wouldn't feel adequate presenting myself as a poor version of myself. But I also was like, I know how to be more wealthy with another partner. Partnerships create wealth. Partnership and mind create dynamics that give you more green light. Okay, when you favor people, you favor opportunities. You receive favor and opportunities. When you don't, you don't. So we have, it is safe for you to love. So stay up midst about your love life. So positive thinking, we talked about the mind, speaking to the tongue. But I heard there was a fact that said you can never predict your next thought. Ooh. So that's how I know readings are real, because it's like, I can't script this. I try to script it, but I can't script it, So, but I can't obviously stay on track about my messaging, but you can't script a reading. So positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, okay? So your masculine is feeling very much optimistic, but he's also like, I know how to offer, give, and receive. I know how to offer, give, and receive. Offer, first and foremost, with nothing in return as my inquiry for why I even offered it. And then receive, and then give. Okay, I know how to give. Meaning give as if I know that there is a valuable exchange by me giving you. When I offer, it's like, this is here for you. Okay, there's a difference between offering and giving. When you give it, you have already got the permission from that person to even give it to them. When you offer it, you have now found sustainability in, them having it or not having it. Like, regardless if you take it or not, I'm still going to have this. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But, I will say about that. So new love at the bottom of the deck for some of you guys who are looking for that. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and do a crystal. I'm going to just do one for your masculine and your feminine side, your feminine and masculine side. Baby, baby, baby. So we got Garnet. From the day I saw you. Oh, baby, drive me wild. Got me feeling like, ooh, look at that rose quartz. I told you guys it was calling me. It's like, hello, rose quartz. Hello, rose quartz. Hello, rose quartz. Hello, rose quartz. Okay, so I guess that's baby favorite quartz tool. So we got trigonic quartz. Okay, so the number is 23 and the other number is 15. Hey, all right. So rose quartz is that unconditional love. Hello, rose quartz. Hello, rose quartz. So we got this is unconditional love and infinite peace. Infinite peace. Do you guys know what peace means? Like, you be like, it's like that offering. It's like, I can offer it, but I'm still going to have this. Like, I'm going to offer you some peace, but I still got peace. You know what I'm saying? All right, so then we got, it draws love and relationships to you, but also heals past emotional trauma. So that's what the feminine has been needing, even in the previous reading with the love oracle cards, She was like, I've been seeing so many red flags. I've been seeing so many of this. I've been seeing so many of that. I've been seeing some of this. You're like, what? And rose quartz come in and be like, I was just talking about having a rose quartz 12 today. So then it provides supports during a crisis. Okay, so that panic that you have to go resort back to. I don't want to bring trauma into this new relationship. I don't want to bring this into this new relationship. Okay, so we have unconditional love is the greatest gift you can give to yourself, but also another person. So that's the offering, but also give. You see how the word give was here? Give to yourself or another. All right, so the timing is Taurus and Libra season, okay? So you guys go back to then and then go forward to Libra season from now, okay? But it's radiating unconditional love. So we have 23 for trigonic quartz. This is the crystal for the soul's code. So it's like that G code for the masculine, okay? A divine masculine, he gonna reserve so much stuff for you. Just reserve, But we have hold the secrets of the universe, rapidly expand your awareness of multi-dimensions. So knowing that's level. Because the masculine sees the surface, but he also knows his purpose is to see depth. The masculine sees the surface, but his purpose is to see depth. Okay? I have to say that word sometimes because sometimes I don't like it to sound like death, but it's depth. Okay, and then we have your soul provides everything you need for your well-being. But also, this is during Aquarius and Pisces season. Some of you guys can also be dealing with those signs, or your partner could be that sign as well. And the evolution is to highest dimension. So any area in which you can process from a greater mindset standpoint and energetic being. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tap into your quick little general reading. We're going to be using the dice 1 through 6. Oh, we have one card. That's good because I'm scared my light's going to cut off. But please, please. Okay. Here we go. So this is the main card. Oh, I knew it was going to be a, what you call it. So we got the title card at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys need to be reading contracts very thoroughly, but also read, all right, so we got the Hangman here. Don't worry about that. We got the Hangman here. 12. What do you do in time and what do you do in balance? What do you do in time and what do you do in balance? What do you do in time and what do you do in balance? So the balance is in which way you go. So this area is his right, is his left leg. So how does this feminine go? Who does this feminine go towards? What does the feminine go towards? And what does the feminine track toward? And then we have this being hung up. Where does the masculine get stopped at? Where does the masculine notice itself at? Where does the masculine have more curiosity at? Where does the masculine need to think about more? What steps do the masculine need to take to pause, deliberate, and execute? The feminine, who is short on time, the time clock. Oh my God, my baby, you know, because we all had that. We had that. I didn't take this out. We had that compass. You know, we had that internal like. Oh, that's genius. But yes, so we had that like, you know, we had that internal compass in us. Or not compass. We had that internal clock where we're like, oh my God, I have to do this all those things. But we look at ourselves and say, why haven't I established this part of myself yet? Or why haven't I established this accolade yet? Why haven't I established, you know, this time zone? It's because we're putting you know, you can graduate, you can start school today, and you're still gonna be 35 next week. You know, you're still gonna be 35 in 4 years. You know, you can learn a new skill, but you're still going to be that same age when you get there, you know? So why not put in that time now for that age value? But I also say, you know, really be mindful of the time at which you take for X, Y, and Z. Because those things are going to always exist. Time is going to always exist. Time isn't real. Man-made clocks to sell more clocks. Man made more clocks to sell more clocks. Man made more clocks to sell more clocks. All right, so let's go ahead and head out with the ESPM for the rest of this week for you guys. I hope this reading resonates. I personally connected with it. I felt like it was something I needed to say here for myself. I'll probably come back and watch these videos a little later. But let's go ahead and do the ESPM over here. All right, bottom of the deck, crick. Oh, we got the crack cup. Dissatisfaction with life, okay? The dissatisfaction with life is how many things have been broken in your life that you have wanted to have fixed. Like, why'd you want to fix so many things so many fast? Okay, so we got dragon and emotional. Beware of self-delusion. So what keeps you aware that these things are actually good and beneficial for me to have in my face right now? When you try to take those things away, you strip yourself of authenticity of storytelling. You strip yourself of authenticity of vulnerability. You strip yourself of authenticity to breathe, to be a abnormal creature in this world. Like God didn't, like you have to, when you go into your emotional self and, you know, the development and the moon sign that God gave you, you know, even from your parents and what you what's that word, what you inherited in some sense. You have to go into that type of emotional feeling to even get a full delusion out of yourself, okay? To get a full stability or a full secure like voice, you know, secure your voice. So we can have a bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so that's in the spiritual area. So, yeah, that's in the spiritual, successfully overcoming a problem. Overcome your problems by building that bridge, building it. Don't build a bridge to get over it. Build the bridge, brick by brick. What does the bridge need? What is underneath that bridge that keeps people scared from falling over it? Like when I build this bridge and I let you cross over it, and then you go over it and break it, you need to know what's down there when you break that bridge. And that's the real thing. I just have to tell myself, like, I have to actually know what I'm going to do to somebody if they cross my bridge disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's allowed here. Like, this person, whoever made this bridge, was polite. Successfully overcoming a problem. But if we can't overcome this problem, then guess what this bridge is? Some people be like, oh, you ain't getting an enemy. But some people do stuff just so they can be your enemy. So when you become my enemy, you now become a target of what I did not secure underneath this bridge, because I knew I could maybe swim underneath my own bridge. It may have been built even by my own delusion. But I know when you come over this bridge and you break this bridge or cross this bridge in an ill way, guess what goes down in this bridge? Okay, so then we got the grasshopper, physically. Situation in the balance that requires careful handling, okay? So this physically. Handle this shit physically and carefully. Handle this carefully. With delicacy. Delicacy. So then we got woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman. So mental. Okay, so what type of woman you going to be dealing with? What type of woman is going to be dealt with you? What type of woman is going to be dealing with you among other women? Because if this woman don't know how to deal with other women and stand up to other women, guess what? You won't be you mentally don't know how to deal with women and stand up to women. If you don't know how to stand up to women, guess what? You're gonna attract women who know how to stand up to other women. There is a very true fact. I had read something today and I said, I'm not even gonna apologize for me believing in that. Some women don't like to work with other women because women cannot work with other women if they, especially other superiors. Some people are not co-workers. Some people are either bosses or employees. If you can't be a boss, then you're gonna have to work for somebody. If you can't work for somebody, then guess what? You're gonna be working for yourself, and it's gonna be harder to get to have alliances with other people for that somebody. Okay, so I will see you guys later in the next video. But this was really, really good. I enjoy watching it. And I find this very, very, very much entertaining. But also, in a sense, productive. Okay, so love ya.